What's up, guys? It's time for another episode. Okay, so in this one, we're going to do a first of its kind. We're going to do a bit of an unboxing. My amazing wife got me this DJI Osmo Action Cam that I'm actually recording this on right now. And I love it. It is amazing. But one thing I did notice, though, is it doesn't handle bright light very well. So everything's always being blown out if I'm using it in the daytime. So to rectify that situation, I wanted to get some ND filters. Now, when I looked up the normal ND filters that you're finding for the DJI Osmo Action, you're looking at like Polar Pro filters. Wow, I can't spell today. And they're quite expensive, I think. I'm just looking for them right now. Osmo Action. Yeah, you're looking at $80 US for a pack of 3, but they go around like the little screw. Like the Osmo Action has that screw cap that goes over the lens to keep it waterproof, unofficially waterproof. But the Polar Pro filters kind of get rid of that because it has a mounting ring and then a magnetic doohickey where filters snap on. However, I watched a little YouTube channel. This guy doesn't have a following and I don't know why. I can't remember his following or his channel name. Maybe that's why. But he said to pick up some these guys. Oh my goodness, how come I can't open them? And I'm gonna give this a try. So what these ones are newer, like that cheap Amazon brand, newer ND filters for the Phantom 4 Pro. Now these aren't a direct fit. They're not a direct fit for the DJI Osmo Action because they're a little bigger, but apparently they do fit on right over top the pre-existing filter that sits on top of the Action Cam. And then the guy also suggests you just use some of this sticky tack to go on the inside of the bigger filters to hold it on of the default filter on the Osmo Action. So we're gonna give that a go and see how it works. I bet it will work just fine. A pack of these filters cost me $23 Canadian compared to $80 US, which is what, 237 roughly dollars Canadian. So I'm saving a ton of money there. So we're gonna do that. And we have an email to answer actually too. So we're gonna do that right now. And if I was a smart guy, while I'm editing, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Essentially, for you guys that don't know, I'm trying to increase the size of my portfolio for my website to try and take on more of a photographer, videographer, content creator role professionally. So I put an ad out there on our local digital ad space classified listing site, just saying that for free, I will do Airbnb or real estate photos and or videos for people's Airbnb listings or real estate sales listings in exchange for being able to stay there for the night. And this would allow me to see the space and capture the space in both the daytime and the nighttime and get to know the area and help them with their write-ups and descriptions. I had somebody reply today, or I guess last night, about it, and they just said, "Hi, we recently started an Airbnb and are intrigued by your ad. Can you tell me a bit more about your offer? Much appreciated." Name. I'll leave the name out. I'll blank that out. So it's the guy isn't whatever. But I gotta respond to that first before I do anything today, and try and make something of that. And then it's a little cloudy outside, which is too bad because it would have been better if it was sunny for a review for these ND filters, but we're gonna make it happen. And then we're gonna throw them on and see if they're worth it, and if you can save yourself a ton of money by doing what I did for your DJI Osmo Action. Okay. All right, we're now outside. The weather is not great, but it will, I think, work for what I'm trying to show you today. So let me just give you a rundown of the settings that I'm using right now on the DJI Osmo Action. I'm shooting at 1/50th of a second shutter speed. ISO is 100, And that's because when I output these videos, I output them at 24 FPS, right? So you want to shoot at double, your shutter speed is going to be double your FPS that you're outputting at. And as you can see, everything is super blown out, right? Because in typical conditions, if you're running this on auto, it would probably jack up the shutter speed to 2/50th or something like that. So we have here the ND4 filter. And can you see that? Yeah, and if we stick this over top, you can see, boom. Oh, all of a sudden, it's less blown out, right? You can see way more of the details and the highlights come back, right? But the sky is still looking to be a little blown out. But it's hard to tell because it's super cloudy and gross, and it's middle of the afternoon, so whatever. So let's try the next one. And then the next filter we have is the ND16. Can you guys see that? ND16. Let's put this over top, see how it goes. Great, so it's way better still, right? In case you guys are wondering, these aren't sunglasses, they're transitions. So, whatever, like automatic sunglasses or whatever. But yeah, now you can see back up there, you can actually tell the difference now between the sky and the clouds, which is fantastic, right? You couldn't do that without an ND filter. So that's why it's so important to do it. So now let's take off this ND16, and the last one we have included in this kit is the ND32, and let's pop that bad boy on. Boom, that's fantastic, right? It still has all the details in the highlights, even in a very cloudy afternoon sky. The details in the shadows are a little low, but we can always bring that up in post, which is fantastic, right? So now when I set those on there, they didn't fit snug or anything like that. So now the second part of the trick is going to be to put this sticky tack onto the inside of these filters, so it kind of sticks to the Osmo Action's stock filter cap. So let's take some of this out. Whoops, it's going all over the place. And then let's just put some of this sticky around. I think the ND16 was the best one for these conditions right now. We'll just like put little strips all around the inside of the threads here, so just right on the inside. I guess I'll need smaller pieces even. 2. I'm gonna do 4 because I think 4 will be enough. Like 1 on each corner. I know it's a circle, so it's not really corners, but you guys know what I mean. There we go. And then stick it over top. Kind of a tight fit. Alright, now the filter's over top, and from what I can see, well, this front screen isn't that great. Let me switch the screens here. Sorry about all the shaking here, guys. But that filter is not coming off. It's on there pretty good. I just pushed it further there. Yeah. The differentiations between the clouds and the sky. You can see that. Still see the details in the bush and stuff like that. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, this was way cheaper than buying like the Osmo Action specific ND filters. You just get the Phantom 4 Pro bigger filters and then put them over top with some sticky tack. Now I haven't tried pulling it off yet, but when I pushed it onto the Action, you really had to kind of like push it on there, so I know it's not going to fall off. I feel super confident about that, and now I can comfortably use this Action Cam as my my vlogging machine whenever I go out, even if it's sunny, because that was something that was bothering me before. I think I used it in one of my other videos where I left in the afternoon and everything was just blown out, right? Now there is a drawback with using this method. The drawback being that Rocksteady isn't going to operate as well as it would without the ND filter. From my understanding, that's because when you're shooting in auto, Rocksteady increases the shutter speed so it can extrapolate extrapolate. Yeah, so it can delete like the extra shaky frames, and it still has enough frames that are level where it wants it to be, so it doesn't look so shaky and all over the place. But with the ND filter, that kind of cuts it away. And honestly, I'm not sure how it affects it if you're shooting in manual anyways, because I've told the action cam that I'm only shooting at a shutter speed of 1/50. So it's not like it's auto jacking up my shutter speed. So does that mean if I'm using Rocksteady and the shutter speed is 1/50, I'm losing performance in Rocksteady anyways? That sounds like what it is to me, but I don't know. Anyways, that's it. So that's it for my product review. I'll link you guys down below to the products that I am using. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. Smash that notification button so you know when I drop new videos. And we'll see you next time.